Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Grace Browning here, and we are live from the virtual pit. I'm so excited for this show today. We are having a special Santa Fe Opera themed episode. As you can see behind me, I have spent 4 beautiful summers with the Santa Fe Opera. And during that time, I've gotten to meet some amazing people who are all on the show today, including our fabulous new Dallas Opera piccolo player, Ebonee Thomas. She was guest principal flute this past summer. We had such a blast. Also our principal bassoonist, Harguindey, coming in from Nashville. And we have some other very special guests, Friedrich Heinrich Kern, also known as Fritz, who is Skyping in today all the way from Germany to be here. So exciting. And finally, the fantastic soprano, Jessica Jones. She's coming to us from Houston. So real quick, I just wanted to set the scene here. We got a couple photos here. One of them is, for anyone who hasn't been to the Santa Fe Opera before, this is just an incredible theater. It is open air, as you can see. This is my view from the pit. It is really to die for. In the next one, you'll see also we have this beautiful landscape. It's built right into a canyon in the Santa Fe desert in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. That is my sweet pup, Annie. We had a little special bring your puppy to work day. I was the only person who participated. And there she is. Her name's Annie. She loves opera as well. And then finally, this is the view of from behind the theater. One of the most special things about this is that as you come in to watch the start of the show, it coincides right with the sunset, which you can see behind the stage. Basically, like Mother Nature is the natural landscape scenery for this theater. And you know, they always say New Mexico is a land of enchantment, and this is why. But anyway, more importantly, it's really just a combination of all of the amazing people and artists and musicians who come together. The Santa Fe Opera employs 700 people each summer, from costume to parking to set design and everything. And so the person we're going to welcome first, I'm going to show a little video of him. We had a very special guest. It was Fritz. And Fritz plays the glass harmonica. And I was particularly excited for this because, I mean, I figured harp was like the weirdest instrument. So to meet someone who is maybe a little bit more weird than me was thrilling. So I seized this opportunity and I said, Fritz, we got to make some music together. So to introduce him, I'm going to share this video of us playing The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns. Enjoy. Wow, love it. Fritz, come and join us. Bravo. There he is. Hello.
Hi, happy to be here. I'm blown away by all these pictures and these videos. This is all these memories. I hadn't seen those pictures and videos for a long time. But I put on my Santa Fe Memorial shirt. You know, it's the same shirt that I wore in that recording. So
yeah, I'm a little worried. I guess, you know, you haven't changed your clothes in a while. It's fine, you know. No, we are so happy to have you, Fritz. I mean, I know I have so many incredible memories from there. In fact, we got a couple more photos we'll pull up right now. One of them is actually this was the poster for the concert we put on, which I'm still so proud of, wood, brass, and glass. And there you can see Julia down there as well, and some of our awesome friends, Carol, Chris, Dave Dash, Rebecca Jackson. And then we have another fun photo of us after and this was St. Francis Basilica, right?
yes, yeah, that was in the Basilica, and yeah, it was a really beautiful concert. I remember it. Yeah.
That was so fun. I know. And I just love that we could feature some of us, you know, the sort of outsider instruments. Immediately, I was like, I feel like we're going to be really good friends, this guy.
No, it was a great experience. It really
Yeah. So tell me, I mean, I feel like you've told me a little bit before, but tell us, you know, how does one come to the glass harmonica? This is obviously a question a lot of people ask me too, like, where did you get this idea? I know you do a lot of other things. You're an incredible pianist. You're also a beautiful composer. So what was your journey to glass?
I was relatively random. I was always interested in, you know, unique instruments and instrumentations. So I'm a trained pianist and composer, and I'm still, you know, working in these fields. But I met a builder of these instruments, you know, that you see in front of me here, and he attended a concert of mine, and he wanted to collaborate with me. So I was really curious about it, and you know, that was almost 20 years ago now. So
Wow.
yes, ever since I've been really fascinated by the instrument, and I integrate it in my set and in my music.
Yes. Well, I mean, it is such a unique tone. And I mean, and that's why, I mean, and it's so interesting too. I mean, we'll get Jessica on here in a minute. We'll talk about, you know, all the different roles that it plays, because I think similar to harp, the glass harmonica has a really sort of emotional character to it. It can convey some very otherworldly sort of sensations, which really are extremely powerful in opera. But I guess tell us now. Obviously, traveling with the glass harmonica is not super easy. And you were living in New York last year. So would you basically have to just drive this wherever you go?
Well, the Santa Fe experience was unique because I had been living in New York before the Santa Fe summer in 2017, and I moved back into another place after Santa Fe. So what I did was I rented a car and I put my whole apartment, including not this instrument, but like a very similar instrument that you just saw, into a little Kia, and I packed it all in, everything except the driver's seat. And I drove from New York to Santa Fe, unpacked everything, and you know, packed my whole apartment after these 3 months again. So
Wow.
it'll be a
Yeah.
special place in my heart.
Well, and you spend a lot of time on the road. I mean, your career has been so amazing. I mean, this was what, almost 2 or 3 years ago when I met you in Santa Fe. And now you are basically the go-to glass harmonica player. You've performed at the Met, you've performed all over the world. So how many Lucia di Lammermoors would you say you've performed at this point?
Oh, I don't know, but I met many, and you know, people say, you know, are you tired of performing the mad scene, because you know that's where the instrument is being featured? I'm actually not, because I really do love Lucia. Not everybody loves the opera, but I do. I think it's a great opera, and I do love the mad scene, and it's a great evening for me every single time, because you know I have my ritual. You know, I come in, sit up, and then usually in the first act I'm not on stage or in the pit, and you know, and I'm just like thinking about things,
That's
and then
when I'm
you
in the
know,
pit. And then we swap.
Exactly, and then we switch. I get usually, the harp position, and then which is usually a nice outlook or somewhere special. So I do enjoy it. Then everybody says, "Oh, the glass harmonica player is coming," and and I just enjoy it because it's obviously the highlight of the opera. I mean, not me, but like the mass scene.
It's
And
incredible.
and I can just basically be a part of it and be in it. So I truly enjoy it every single time. I really do.
I love it. I mean, I feel the same way. I mean, and in Santa Fe is a unique season because we perform every opera at least like 12 times. So, I mean, you really get to know it at the end. But I mean, I always love that too, because I play the first half. This is when, Lucia is very happy. Then I come off stage, I give you a high five. I open up a little bottle of wine and then I just go out and listen to the second half. And it's a great experience. But I know you have something to share with us today. So can you tell us, so you're going to play a little bit of Mozart for us. Tell us about this piece.
That's right. So Mozart was actually a connoisseur of the instrument, and he loved the sound, and he wrote a few pieces, or a couple of pieces for it. And one is the Adagio for glass harmonica. It's been adapted for other instruments, but the original is actually for glass harmonica. And it's a very short piece, but it really showcases the instrument in a very beautiful way and in a very unique Mozartian way, I want to say.
Yes. Well, I'm glad Mozart wrote for you. He wrote for us too. He wrote one piece and we play it all the time and it's absolutely glorious. So I can't wait to hear it. Go ahead.
We have two.
I'll take it. What a treat. Seriously. I have been transported. That is incredible. Well, here, as we get back set up again, let's call in Jessica Jones. We wouldn't be complete without her in this to be mad scene. There she is!
Hey.
Hey, Jessica, how are you?
Well, it's so good to see both of you.
Oh my gosh, this is like one big reunion right here.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Oh my gosh, so this is so perfect because and Jessica, you have been in the Santa Fe Opera for the last many seasons. When was your first summer there?
2016 was my first season. 2016 and 2017, I was an apprentice and also did a lot of great things, which we will talk about. And then
Yes.
this past summer, so I've spent 3 summers singing out there, and I usually go to Santa Fe every summer, even if I'm not singing. I love it, and I'm going to go there after this, actually, and drive out west and spend a bit of time. So I'll sing a few notes out into the desert or all
Into the canyon. We will hear them. Yes. Well, I mean, yeah. So this is amazing. So Jessica, you were the I guess understudy, the double for Brenda Ray in our production of Lucia, and so you and Fritz got to work together a bunch. And then that same summer was also when you were one of the leads in the Steve Jobs opera, which was incredible, and it won a Grammy. Woo!
That's right. How
so amazing.
mind-blowing still is that?
I know.
Such an outstanding experience in production, and I'm so proud of the work everyone did on that, and it was really cool to be part of it, and to be able to cover the fabulous Brenda Ray also. Doesn't get better. She's just incredible, and just wonderful to watch. And yeah, so I got to cover her the whole summer, and I was lucky enough that the Santa Fe set up some time for Fritz and I to work together, which is not always something that happens, especially with such a specialized rehearsal. So I felt really lucky that happened. I've never performed the role with glass harmonica, so to have that privilege and that honor was
yeah. Well, it's so interesting because Donizetti, he wrote this for glass harmonica, but often it is replaced by like the flute. And in fact, when we have Ebonee on here, she can talk about that too, because it's such a different character, you know, but it makes so much sense because, I mean, obviously the sound of a flute is very different from a glass harmonica. I mean, there's nothing like it. Let's see. And I remember too when Fritz was like, yeah, I just rehearsed with Jessica Jones. I was like, oh, who's Jessica Jones? He was like, she's incredible. So I think so you have a little clip from your rehearsal. Can you tell us, or yeah, if you can share it with us and maybe tell us a little bit about what the scene is like for people who don't know the mad scene, what it means.
Yeah, so I'm glad I took a little recording of this. We just had it scheduled at one morning during the regular season. So I have a little snippet I'll play, but this is the cadenza, the famous cadenza from the end or towards the end of the mad scene. And during the mad scene, this is really when Lucia is seen completely unraveled. All of her vocal lines and her themes become much more abrupt. The glass harmonica obviously has a very ethereal sound and represents the madness. And it's really where those two exchange back and forth, and she goes in and out of lucidity. And it's really, really spectacular. And to have the glass harmonica, Donizetti had it right when he wrote it for that. Sorry, Ebonee. Oh no! But
the flute has a lot of other moments. We're going to hear some later, so it's okay.
Honestly, it's spectacular because every time you do the mad scene, the cadenza is different. You know, almost every time I've done a different version of it. This one was specifically the version that Brenda Ray sang. So I got to sing Brenda's cadenza, which was pretty cool. And Fritz and I just went at it. We had one shot to really go through it. So that was pretty incredible. We'd never really done anything before. We went through the whole mad scene. And it really felt like an improvisation since we'd never worked together. And that's sort of how the mad scene should feel between.
Wow. To be a fly on the wall. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was really, really fun. So let me see if I can get this queued up and I'll play just the cadenza with Fritz.
And Fritz too, I remember at some point you should tell us, I remember when you first joined, when you first came to Santa Fe, you were having some trouble with the water. Is that right?
That's not a Santa Fe specific problem. I have to check the water everywhere. And as a matter of fact, I'm in my home here in Germany right now, but I don't play from the sink here actually. So, I have to get my, special water set up. So,
Like
but
unfiltered?
yes, but they have several water sources in the opera, and I talked to the technical director there, and we tried out different sources. But I found out a sink that the props uses in the back, that was a separate water source, which was appropriate for my
Oh
instrument.
my gosh!
So
I had no
I was
idea.
lucky because that was backstage. I could walk there and go right to the pit, and I could even
Oh my
play,
gosh.
with out bottled water. So
Okay, so now we're going to hear the perfect water in this perfect
that's
little
right.
rehearsal. Okay, I'm so excited.
Okay, here we go.
I'll mute. Okay. Oh my gosh, slay! You guys, oh.
Well, it was so fun to come across that as I was looking back to see. I thought I'd maybe taken a recording of that, but how cool to be able to just go in and sort of meet and just do that and have that opportunity. Oh, it was just one of the highlights of my summer for sure.
Oh my gosh, seriously, you guys, and I mean, and for people who don't know the opera, I mean, it's just incredible because it sounds absolutely euphoric at like the happiest moment, but I mean, she is literally like just killed her husband and she doesn't like know who she is. So, I mean, talk about some dramatic irony right there. Yeah, it's just such an incredible moment. Let's see, and any other sort of fun memories from the two of you. I mean, so Fritz, when you do it, I mean, with a lot of different artists, I mean, I guess, so are there different cadenzas that you do with different people, or is it always the same, or?
Well, there's a so-called standard cadenza that is being performed by a lot of soloists, but yeah, there's a big variety. There's a lot of Lucias who decide on another cadenza. There are several historic ones, and then there's individual ones. I remember I did at the Met, the last run, we had 3 different Lucias,
Oh,
and I believe 2 sang the standard cadenza, or some sort of variation of the standard cadenza. And my friend Olga Petriatko, she sang her own cadenza that she had composed with me, and or herself, but sort of with the instrument in mind. And so it was, it is, the standard cadenza is beautiful. Is the one that you just heard, and it's a
mm,
really a brilliant piece, in my opinion. But I think, yeah, there's room for a lot more. There's even, I believe, the opportunity to sing it completely solo, so without flute or glass harmonica. I've seen this once.
oh
Obviously, I
wow.
did not play. So that's also very magical. But
Yeah, yeah.
in essence, I love the standard cadenza, but there's many variations of it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. Um, so otherwise, so Jessica, we have some more Lucia excerpts that we're going to share. But I wanted to real quick harken back to the Steve Jobs opera premiere was, I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, that was probably like honestly one of the highlights of my musical career. Was just, I've always loved Mason Bates. For people who don't know Mason Bates, his music is infused with electronica and in the most artistic, beautiful way. And he incorporates sounds that really don't exist in our own instruments. Almost like something like glass harmonica, but it's all produced. And what was so cool about the experience too was that here the composer was actually with us in the pit, during this performance. And so I was wondering, can you show us some of your little props there?
I sure can, Grace. So, so yeah, I agree. That was one of one of the highlights I've ever of my career. It was such an incredible energy in the
Mm-hmm.
hall for every performance, and really palpable in a way that you don't always experience. People were so eager to hear and experience his sound world between the visuals that they had as well. It was just incredible. So I have my
Oh, there it
CD here,
is.
my recording,
Yes.
which was just so fun to make with everyone. Here is a photo of Ed Parks and I
Ah,
in the apple orchard where we take LSD and get down. And we have some profound ideas. That's that part in the opera libretto. The brilliant Mark Campbell wrote the libretto for this.
it was incredible.
It was so much fun. And then I wanted to show this because I happen to have it. We got to go to the Grammys.
Oh.
And here we go. Let's see if I can show everyone. This is where all of us are listed in Best Opera Recording. So well done, Santa Fe Opera. And how cool to be able to go and experience that and be representative of the whole
So
company. That was really cool.
That's amazing. And another really interesting, part of this is that it's a live recording. And, since we're in Santa Fe, it is outdoors. We have thunderstorms, we have wind, we have hail, birds. Once we had a flaming bird's nest fly into the pit, actually. And we just kept playing. Everything just kept going. So all of these things, and yet we were able to get this recording, that sounds just like really spectacular. So that was awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the engineering on it was really, really outstanding too. I have to give it up to Pentatone for just killing it with their recording. They are amazing, and I think that to take something like with electronica and with the orchestra and really make it sound spectacular in that sort of setting takes just such a craft. So I really have to give it up to Liz Ostro, who is an amazing sound engineer. She is incredible.
Yeah. So in addition to all this and premiering new operas, we had a lot of fun last summer doing some chamber music in our spare time because it's a busy season. But once we're performing the same shows, we're looking for new things to do. So we had a lot of fun. In fact, we're going to pull up a few pictures here from our fun times this summer. We got together for my chamber series at San Miguel Chapel. And here we have, oh, this is us in the Santa Fe Opera. Then we also have, I think, a picture of, oh, that's Annie and you at our first rehearsal. Yeah, see, you're both matching redheads. I think she knew you were a part of the family. And then here is a picture of us after our concert, right next to San Miguel Chapel. And this next clip is very exciting. This is actually my debut singing with a Grammy Award winning soprano. This is something we're going to use for marketing materials when we do get back to the summer. Here, let's take a listen.
Into the chapel and we're gonna play chamber music. Go into the chapel and we're gonna play chamber music. Go into the chapel and we're gonna play chamber music. Go into the chapel, San Miguel.
There it is.
Stuff, Grace. Well done.
Yeah,
is there anything you can't do? You know, that's
well, my alto's a little shake. Go into the chapel. But anyway, we were so happy because we just performed this whole program of soprano harp music. There is no shortage of it. So real quick, so I'll just play some of this live for you. We're gonna finish up our little Lucia segment. Going back to the beginning, when she was happy and all was well, and Jessica, aka Lucia, is going to be happy sitting by a virtual fountain, reminiscing about the love that she will actually not end up with, but we don't know that yet. So I'm going to play the little fountain scene. This is such a beautiful cadenza Donizetti wrote, and then we're going to go right into our recording of your aria that follows. Okay, here we go. On to the next part, the video. Here we go. Well, speaking of other fun times at San Miguel, I am so excited to welcome our next guests, Julia Harguindey, principal bassoon, and Ebonee Thomas, new principal piccolo player of the Dallas Opera. Hey, girlfriends!
Hi!
Everybody's here! Oh my gosh. So good to have you guys here. Ebonee, you are coming to us from Dallas, correct?
That's right.
Yep, on the home front. And Julia, you are coming to us from Nashville.
Tennessee.
Yes, I know. I'm glad we all have some Western component to our current location, which is very, very appropriate. So actually here, since we're talking about San Miguel, I'll pull up a few pictures from our fabulous concert this summer. We were Les Trois Amis, bien sûr, voilà. And that photo was taken by Todd Levy, correct?
That's right.
That's right, photo cred, Todd Levy. Okay, and next we have us. This was after our dress rehearsal. It's such an incredible space that San Miguel, fun fact guys, it is actually literally the oldest chapel in the United States, dating back to what, like, I don't know, 1400 or something insane. And it's got really nice acoustics, but it is quite toasty. I think there's one more photo of us here. Oh yes, that's afterwards, celebrating. And then I think one more, this is a great action shot. I love this because this was...
Somebody needs to caption that.
I think this is maybe right before I let our videographers go. So no, there are so many fun, we're good. Let's go back to just us for a minute. Yeah, that's us, yeah. So yeah, this is, there are a lot of fun things that happen, when we're putting down these concerts. San Miguel it's a great space, but it is quite toasty, if you remember, like maybe, 90 some degrees.
I'll never forget it, really.
I still have PTSD. So
sort of see the waves on my dress. We were like trying to get fans blowing.
Yeah.
So warm, but it was a fabulous space.
Yeah,
I thought I would faint that day.
I know. I know that was a tough moment, but we made it. We made it, and we played a lot of fun trios together. And you know, it was a lot. I still can't believe how much we did that summer. I mean, well, every summer, because Julia, you're always doing Santa Fe Chamber Music Festival in addition, which is a lot. And then, you know, and then of course we had our own concerts going on at the chapel. Really, yeah, never a dull moment. And Ebonee, for you, it was also special because you were also preparing for some auditions, including the one that you just won.
Yes. Yeah, so I tried to make the best of all of my free time, but I'm not gonna lie, I spent the majority of it in a practice room, which is fine. It worked out, so it's okay.
Well, yeah. So anyway, so an official congrats again on your new position with Dallas Opera. I'm sorry that we didn't officially overlap, but we're still we're in this big family together.
That's right.
So yes, so the last photos we brought up, that was if we could be together now, I would take you out for more chicken and waffles, and I would ask if we could play Pearl Fisher's just one more time.
Just one more time.
Just
one more time.
So, and you were so amazing. We created for you guys a special virtual arrangement of the Pearl Fishers from the beautiful Au fond du Temple de Saint. This theme, Ebonee, I mean, how many times do you think you play this theme in the course of the opera?
I just try not to even count at this point. I can literally play that in my sleep now, pretty sure.
It was incredible. And the first time we recorded it was like right after our final show. I was like, Ebonee, we just need to get a little snippet of this. and then because it is maybe the best part of the opera, and I love it too. Like,
it is really beautiful.
It's
a
so
beautiful
beautiful. I know. So you're such a trooper, but and you know, emotionally, it's a great moment because you know the theme, you know, the story is that you know there are these two guys, they love the same woman, and in this moment they come together like, no, dude, we're friends first. You know, it's like that bromance moment. So this is also a celebration of our
life. It needs to happen in opera life only.
Yes, opera life, exactly, typical. So this is a sort of our sister romance right here. So here, let's take a look at this video. This is our special arrangement of Au fond du Temple de Saint, Ebonee Thomas and two Grace Brownings. Here we go. Yes.
Yay!
Only like 5 more melodies, only 5 more times. That's it. That's it. We're done, I promise. And I know, so it's so sad. I mean, we're all really missing Santa Fe right now. Of course, our season was canceled, but we hope we can do more things like this. And in the meantime, you know, we'll just keep strolling down memory lane. So, Julia, your first summer was 3 summers ago. Is that right? Yes. Yes. We had so much fun. I have some pictures here to highlight. I know this would have been your first tenured summer, so we'll do like a virtual tenure party here. Okay, so first we have, this was us after Lucia, our first performance.
I think I took the photo.
You did? Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
I think you did. It was either you or Todd Levy. And then we also have, this was after our last Lucia with Corrado Rovares. Oh, love him so much. We definitely had a little crush on him. Okay, next we have, this was the day that all of us wore stripes. That was 4th of July, and it should be noted that Julia recently got her green card, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo! She is here to stay. We are so lucky. And, oh yeah, good, sideways. This was our recording project. This was when, so if we basically did this, this was like 1 or 2 days before our last performance. I think one more photo here. And this was, yes, this was our goodbye project. So this was so special. So what we have now, is, we made a music video. And it was so special the way it happened. I mean, this, so we found this piece by the composer Ron Yedidia. Am I saying that right?
Ron Yedidia, right?
Yeah, I can't hear you super well, honey. If you can get a little bit closer. Perfect.
Okay, can you hear me well?
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Good. I can see you too. Yeah, and I think we got it. I heard of the piece from our friend Nitzan, the trombonist, who is Israeli, and he was playing it for trombone, but it's originally written for bassoon and piano. And so I said, hey, I think I can harpify that. And we were gonna play it on our San Miguel program, but we ran out of time. So I was like, hey, let's just like make a music video of it. And it's called Song on the Land. And we thought, well, what better place to do it than in this beautiful landscape that we have. And so we got up at, well, before dawn.
4 a.m., something like that?
4 a.m. Yeah. This was also like the morning of our final show. It was like...
And you also told me the day before that was happening. And by the way, we have to wake up at 4 a.m.
I'm amazed that you still talk to me, both of you, all of you actually. So yeah, it was definitely like a Thelma and Louise moment. So we drove out at sunrise. It was also like, and we were wearing like our cute little like dresses, but it was actually like, I don't know, 50 degrees. It was freezing. And it was pitch black, so we had some flashlights, and we lugged and I had the harp, and I was like pulling it over like all the shrubbery and sand and whatnot, and but then suddenly, and there we are, we're playing, and we're in the middle, we're at Ghost Ranch. So this is, what is that area called? I'm totally blanking. Abiquiu. Thank you, that's right. The former home and studio of Georgia O'Keeffe. So it's a really sacred space, and the people at Ghost Ranch were so cool too, because it was also like 2 days before. I was like, is it cool if we just like come and shoot? And they were like, oh, we need you to sign like 10 papers, but yeah. And, a huge thank you to Luke Carr, our amazing videographer, and Will Dyer, who got the recordings for us. I mean, it's just really special. So we wanted to just share a little snippet of this with you guys. We're going to release it officially later this week. We're going to put a few more finishing touches on it, but we thought this would be just a nice dedication to the space and the community, and just this really fun, beautiful adventure we had. So here is some of Song on the Land by Ron Yedidia. That's a good stopping point right there. Oh my gosh. I'm like crying. I miss you guys. Wow. Oh,
Oh my gosh. Wow.
this was, yeah, wow. Brava, Julia. And I just love that we're like, we have these big, like, earthy instruments. You know, they're made of wood. Like, we're all like nature and all of this. And, you know, and I can't wait to be back there with all you guys. And it will happen. In the meantime, this has just been such a delight. I just want to thank you guys so much. I love all of you. Thank you. And a huge thank you to Dallas Opera for having us. And a tremendous thank you for Doug Ashbaugh behind the scenes, bringing in all these photos, these incredible videos for you. Bravo, Doug. You are amazing. And another special thank you to our Santa Fe videographers and audio engineers who also brought you those snippets from San Miguel, Luke Carr and Will Dyer. And definitely be on the lookout for our official release later this week. So be safe, be well, happy Memorial Day weekend. Much love to you all.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Sleep well, Fritz.
Thank you.